is everybody doing? How are you guys doing? You already know who it is. It's your boy Quintero here at Quintero Sports. How are you guys doing today? Once again, ignore the title of the video. This is the start of the brand new NYL season. Yes, guys. This moment, we've all been waiting for it. We've all been waiting for the start of this new season. And, well, we didn't have to wait that long, did we? Here we see the reigning champion, X Factors. It's crazy. Last season was pretty crazy. If you missed out on last season's playoffs, on how tight they were, and on other things like that, you, my friend, need to check out other videos that are on the channel. And of course, you need to check out not only our channel, Player Jam channel, which is the NBA. We just had the draft, we just had all this stuff, so we need to check this out. Well, I don't know why my computer is being quite slow, so I won't be able to hop on the stream for a sec. I apologize for that, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. We're officially on. Let me announce it really quickly on Instagram. One second, please. Please ignore it, just really quickly. I apologize for that. I'll be right back. I just came back. Just announced it on Instagram. We're ready for the stream. Hopefully more people can hop on. So yeah, we're gonna hop on. And first things first, there you can see that the Ice owner in the chat is one of the newest teams to the NYL, which are the Beverly Hills Ice. They have Tim Frazier, Andre Swanson, Caden Walker, and Giannis Antetokounmpo Jr. Team looks solid. And of course, so stats could be kind of better this season. You could already see right here, everyone's a 40 overall. It's not in the league. I personally went and adjusted that myself. So we're gonna go over here to coaching. I already adjusted most of the minutes and stuff, just so it would be equal. So here you can see the minutes that are going to be played for Beverly Hills Ice. Here's how it's going to be with the Moose. Here how it is with the Mountaineers, the Flyer, the Pythons. You can always pause the video and take a look at what you think, what you don't think. And there with the Pakistani Kings, Finley, the Cyclone. Do they have more players? No, they don't. The Cyclones, the X Factors, who just, by the way, have 10 players of depth. The Cardinals, who, this is kind of weird. Wait, hold on, I need to adjust these. Okay. So just by the way, Mitchell and Smooth have to play all the minutes in the game. So yeah, I apologize for that. Sorry that you guys have to see this adjustment that I'm doing. Should have fixed this before we hopped in, but it's okay. Glad you guys are doing it. Sadly, but not many people are on the stream, but hey, start of the new season, you can't really blame people when it's more of an unexpected thing. But hey, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So there we go. 312. Now we're in it. Whatever, ignore that. Wolves. There's the roster. Whatever, Nets. Here's the Barracudas roster. Whoa. What? Whose man's is this? whatever, I can ignore about that. So sorry that I'm quiet right now, guys. Just kind of nervous. Yeah, this team actually has a full lineup. Yeah, they do. So. I apologize at the start of the stream, just very quiet. I didn't really want it to be like this. But hey, we can't, beggars can't be choosers, you know? Here's the Seattle Reign roster. I should have done this at the beginning, but I didn't. It's because I'm dumb. So, yeah, I apologize, guys. Yeah, so just gonna go ahead and give these guys minutes, give these guys 30 minutes or so, because why not? You get 30 minutes a game, you get 30 minutes a game, you don't get 30 minutes a game, whatever. It doesn't matter. And the last team, you know what? No, I'm just gonna go with whatever 2K gives these guys. 2K wants to be dumb and give the non-star players less minutes. Oh well, I'll adjust all these minutes things into the next stream, so don't worry about that. Okay, so we're ready now for the season. I'm so sorry, guys, for that whole issue that we had. Okay, so we're gonna get going here into the first game of the year. We start off the year with the NYL Rough Riders game that always starts off the year. But now we're going to have the Aces taking on the Reign. So hopefully you guys do enjoy that. I'm so sorry if I'm kind of quiet right now. Just been kind of a long day, but it's okay. So yeah, just the starting lineup for the Rough Riders. They do only have 3 players, which is a loss from last year. But they do have number 1 prospect, and 11th prospect, and 17th prospect. All freshmen. Good start to start off with, and they all should be really good this season. While the NYLs did bring in 3 freshmen and kept their star center in McDollar, so I would predict the NYLs winning this game, but honestly, who knows? Oh my! Oh, Davis Carlton. Okay, so the number 1 recruit comes out of the gates, showing why he's the number 1 recruit. Holstat Griffin, poor debut. Kevon Mitchell, not so much of a crazy debut. And other than that, this game is over. The NYLs winning a lopsided victory as Davis Carlton starts off the NYL season. Get crazy, guys, right now. I don't know, man. I'll let you know, but I honestly don't know. So anyway, Carlton, Davis, and Bonadonna. Bonadonna 1 assist away from a triple-double, and Davis 1 rebound, 1 assist away. Carlton with a crazy match, nothing else you can do. And other than that, over here on this side, you can see that they kind of struggled in that aspect of the game. The NYLs got destroyed. Meanwhile, the Reign now take on the Aces. The Aces do have a top prospect in James Handel and a solid team around him. But the Seattle Reign do have 2 solid players. So how will they do here? Can the Are the Aces going to pull out the win at home? Got kind of tight there, but it's not going to be tight at the end. The Aces beat the Reign, and it's well, I don't know how I want to say Julius. James Handel with a crazy game. Swanson also with a great scoring night. Oubre 1 assist away from a triple-double. Same with Ilyasova, who absolutely tore it up this game. And that was just pretty crazy. Meanwhile, on the other side, oh! Kyrie Ball III said, look, Davis, I know you are the #1 senior, but he just one-upped them. Not only did they have a crazy double-double, 6 steals to add on to that as well. Crazy start to the season. And it's Mason Smooth also having a very impressive debut as well. But it's just not enough as the Seattle Reign do fall to one of the better teams in the NYL this season. So any matchup we can jump into, yes there is. We're going to jump into the Fire Cardinals game, the Yios Tigers game, the Storm Moose game, the Mountaineers Wolves game. Is this the... oh no, yeah. The Pakistani Kings with the Barracudas game, and the Reign and Finley game. Here we go. How will they do? Washington gets off to a great start in comparison to a much better team supposedly on paper. And they choked. The Fire get away with the win. It ends up being 96-95 with Hunter Chamberlain going off with his new team in Washington, D.C. It is Griffin Mitchell having a very impressive start to the season. And Captain Smooth, who also transferred, having a really solid double-double as well. Very solid performance from both of them. But they lose by 1 behind Hunter Chamberlain's crazy performance there. Thaddeus Fisher having a solid night. Calvin Nowingus having a great night. And other than that, the rest of the team having a decent night. Oof. Hard to come down to at the end. Was there a game-winning match? Was a game-winning shot? Nowingus took a jump shot for the Fire and missed. The Amble shot a layup, missed. And it was Kevin Applebaum who got the game-winning point with 21 seconds remaining. Crazy. So I'm going to adjust the tendencies of all the 40 rated players. But that's going to be into the next stream. This stream's not going to be that long. I apologize for that. But hey, we just got to get going. Yios, second game, can they bounce back? But they're facing a really strong Tigers team that beats them by 5. Kevon Mitchell with another solid performance. Holsnack Griffin needs to step it up. He's having a poor start to the season, but he should be able to step it up at some point during the year. Jordan Brooks having a crazy game as well. Kevon Mitchell a solid game. McDollar saying, this is my team, I'm the eldest player, I need to make it mine. But it is Billy Cook, the center, who partners with Dwight Westbrook as the 2 huge guys have a monster night out on the floor. Andrew Swanson has a solid start to the season. And Mason Jones, who is one of the best facilitators that isn't a point guard, did have a solid night as well, passing the ball. The Storm and Moose. The Storm have their first game as they take on the Moose. The Moose weren't able to pick up anyone this season. And you can just tell this Storm team has depth, it has talent, and even though Laquan James and Xavier London do the best they can, it does come down to this. Jacoby Burns torches their defense and drops 29. Jamal James almost with a double-double. Stephon Stevenson, crazy game, along with Johnny Test and Alex Smith off the bench having a great performance as well. Even though 28-3 have a decent game with decent stats all around, 50% shooting, the San Diego Storm absolutely killed the Moose, and that could be a warning sign to what can come. Anyway, Mountaineers take on the Wolves. The Wolves should be able to win this. This is only a one-man team in Henry Chernoff. How will Henry do? First, we gotta check these stats. And just the crazy stat lines continue. PJ Wilkins and DeGoat Pierce absolutely flex. Ignore that. That's one of my friends. He just hopped online. Ignore that, please. Yeah. Chernoff should have done a lot better in the scoring aspect of the night, but he does get 21 boards and having a crazy night on the defensive end. But he was very inefficient in the shooting. It's a shame, too. As the Washington Mountaineers take their first L of the year, which I think will be one of many. The Barracudas, owned by Player GM, take on the Portland Pakistani Kings, and this game seemed like it was coming down to the wire, but the Pakistani Kings hold on to it. Austin Kustler, double-double. Ohio Fried Chicken with another 28-point performance. A double-double for LaMarcus Cousins Although it is Shabazz King who struggled on the shooting aspect of the night, it was a very solid outing for this team as a whole. Yeah, I just wanted to see if there was someone there. There wasn't. The Kings had a solid night, deserved the win. Mint Porter did well along with Ty Johnson, but if only Ron Swanson Jr. produced a little bit more. Oh wait, no, he couldn't have. He fouled out. Just noticed. It didn't end pretty for the Barracudas in the first game of the season. And lastly, the Reign lost their first game. They take on one of the best teams in the league, who is absolutely putting on a show tonight. They drop 131 on them. Seattle Reign only dropped 60, but it's not Nwingus. It's not anyone that you would expect. It's Brian Cadorza off the bench, absolutely killing it. Nwingus having a solid night as well. Not to take anything from him. Heffley, his debut for Findlay Prep, has a great game. Justin Anderson III having a double-double as well. And the rest of the team actually produced quite solidly. Mason Smoot drops 21 to solid. Kyrie Ball needed to step up. It seems like he might be a very inconsistent player this season, if that's how his performances are going to go, one being like that and the other one being like that. The Ice, in their first ever NYL game, do have to take a crazy team. They take on the defending champions who just remain the same. If they can challenge somehow, props to them. But this game is closer than I thought it would be. But it's not close enough for their liking. They still drop 126 on them. The Ice get absolutely obliterated. But the X Factors just walk away with a simple victory. Yeah, I just wanted to take a look there real quickly. Nick King Sr. going off here in his senior year. Jack Smiles having a solid night as well. Vince Jacobs having a solid night. And yeah, other than that, the team just as a whole was able to score, and it helped in a collective manner. Andre Swanson in his debut for the Ice absolutely killed it. Giannis Antetokounmpo Jr. having a crazy night as well. Tim Frazier with a solid double-double. And Caden Walker having the worst scoring night of his team, and still having a very solid scoring night as well. And that should be a good sign to come for the Ice, and they need to build off this for the coming season. Anyway, moving on from that, the Mountaineers do take on the Pythons. The Rough Riders take on the Tigers. Yields take on the Palms. The Findlay Prep Pilots take on the Wolves. The Aces do take on the Storm. So first we're going to watch this Mountaineers game. It's two teams with only one player. And this is basically a duel to see who is the better one of those players. And it is, oh, Khalil Ashcroft said, "This is my game." And he drops 51 points, 44 rebounds, and 10 steals. Absolutely insane, this performance by Khalil Ashcroft. And Henry Chernov also drops 40 rebounds. Does better in the assists, worse in the steals, better in the blocks, same in the blocks, more turnovers, less points, less effective from him. And he basically lost this duel. But if you look at it, it's basically a 30-point difference between Khalil and Chernov, and that's basically the difference between the scores of the game. That's pretty insane. Just out of that stat line. Whew. The Rough Riders travel to Baltimore and take on the Baltimore Tigers. The Tigers do have a pretty good lineup, but it doesn't seem like they're any match. Final alert, Rough Riders get the best of the Tigers. And even though Andre Swanson drops a pretty good game, Mason Jones having a solid night, and these two guys also having decent nights, it does come down to Aaron Davis, the 11th best prospect coming into the season, dropping a crazy double-double scoring-wise, taking 32 shots. Davis Carlton just wasn't feeling it this night. He didn't even shoot that much tonight, only 7 shots. He did end up fouling out, but still was able to produce decently in the time that he was able to put up points, one way or another. The Eagles are taking on the Palms. The Palms had a deep playoff run last year. Can they build off of it? And it does seem like that. In the first game we jump in, Big Al and Slim Murray with almost identical stat lines. And the rest of the team, nothing insane, nothing special. Cam Lyons struggling after winning Rookie of the Year last year. But the Palms still walk away with the victory as McDullard, Burks, Mitchell, and I don't know what's going on with Holstein Griffin, but scoring-wise, he's not been able to cut it. Rebounding-wise, he's solid, but there's something going on there in scoring. Who knows what's going on? We'll have to address that some point in the season. The Wolves take on the Findlay Prep Pilots. This game is tight. Not anymore. Dirk Staps, according to that thing up there, was too much. Don't know what he dropped. But PJ Wilkins in a league now where everyone else is missing shots, only gets 0 boards. Okay. DeJounte Pierce having a solid night on the boards. Cole Cooper, very quiet outing from him, but still solid nonetheless. And that's about it. Meanwhile, on the other side, it is Rondar's thrower picking up his scoring load compared to last game, and the wing is having a solid matchup. Just a shame, in my opinion. Meanwhile, the Aces take on the Storm, and if the Storm get this win, they might be a scary team to be looking at in only their first year in the league. It is Jamal James having a crazy outing with 41 points, 13 rebounds. Jacoby Burns going off again to torch the team. None of that, the rest of the team just produced really well. Meanwhile, James Hamlin does drop 30. He could have been way more efficient on the night, but still dropped 30 nonetheless. And he did his part. Team could have done a bit better. The Aces lose. I believe that's their second game so far this year. And this is the last day before I'm going to be sending a huge chunk. Cardinals take on the Rough Riders, Wolves take on the Rain, Aces take on the Moose. We need to jump into a Cyclones game because I just feel bad. The Kings, the Findlay Prep Pilots take on the Barracudas, and that's about it. We're going to jump into the Cardinals Rough Riders game, and the Rough Riders much anticipated to win this game, and they do just that. Davis Carlson this game picks up the shooting load, but him and Aaron Davis both have solid nights. Benson Jr. Where's that? The last guy? Bon Madonna. Oh, didn't score. Didn't take in much shots either. Crazy. Captain Smooth and Griffin Mitchell both having good nights on the boards, but it's not enough. Cardinals take the loss. The Wolves are taking on the Rain. The Wolves are much anticipated to win this game, as the Rain just don't have the roster to keep up with some of these teams. Mason Smooth's doing amazing. Kyrie Ball's kind of struggling. PJ Wilkins is doing absolute bits so far this season. And Cole Cooper, although it doesn't score, does, I believe, bunch up the first triple-double we've seen so far this year. The Wolves got a simple win. Nothing else you can really say. The Aces travel to Vancouver. And can they beat Vancouver? And the answer is yes. Vancouver's been falling apart, even though their two best players are absolutely killing it. Laquan James killing it. Xavier London killing it. The Moose, the Aces, James Handel having a solid night as well, but it is another power forward, Jim Swanson, doing the heavy lifting for this game. Absolutely killing it. And nothing else you can really say. Just a crazy night all around. The Findlay Pilots travel to San Jose to take on the Barracudas, and it does look like that they're going to beat the Barracudas, in my opinion. Yeah, it's over. They beat the Barracudas. Even though Ron Swanson Jr. and Mint Porter both have solid nights, it is Dirk Staps knowing is trying to coming for the NYL title, guys, and for the MVP as well. Solid game there, and the wing is absolutely highlighting it. And there's no more game we can jump into that day. Any games here? Yes, Storm X Factors. X Factors considered one of the best teams. The Storm having a great start to the season. Will that have any result onto the game? And it goes to show that maturity is needed to win, even though a crazy comeback almost occurred there for the Storm. The X Factors do walk away with the win. And the thing is, they don't have any crazy scorers, but they divide their minutes so well amongst their bench that someone will produce. Jacoby Burns again torching them. Jacoby Burns looks absolutely amazing so far this season. How many games has he played? They've only played 3 games, but in all of them, he's been doing bits. Johnny Test delivers in this game as well, just solid. Other than that, the team just They did almost come back. Very solid outing from them. And then will we finally get to see a game for the Cyclones? Whew, crazy. Anyway, The Mountaineers take on the Fire, Moose take on the Rain, Tigers take on the Pythons, Wolves take on the Aces, and that's all we can do for this one day. So we're going to start off here with the Fire deserve to get this win. Again, this team only has 1 player, so the rebound should be high for the Fire in this game, and it is Kevin Applebaum with a triple-double. But it is Thaddeus Fisher with a 47-point outing. I don't know how to feel about that. And Henry Chernoff choking in one way or another, although getting 8 steals is nothing to not brag about. Just gotta point out the Moose are taking on the Rain. And, well, the Rain need a lot of help this season. They only have 2 players. Both players are doing the best they can to carry this team. Just no one else can step up. And it is Mason Smoot again having another great outing during the game, during the season so far as well. And it is Kyrie Ball having a solid season so far as well. But it's not enough as the Moose, led by Laquan James with his 34-35 game. Whew. Laquan James is putting up crazy man numbers right now. And there's nothing you can say about it. The Tigers take on the Pythons, and they need to beat this Pythons team because it just, if they don't, that would be embarrassing. Dwight Westbrook drops 49. Andrew Swanson gets a triple-double. But it is Khalil Ashcroft absolutely killing it for 4. And then the Aces take on the Wolves in the Las Vegas Derby. Who is the better team in Las Vegas? We haven't jumped in. You know what? We're going to jump into this game. We're going to take a look here quick at the stats. There, you can see the stats. Cole Cooper kind of struggling. But there you can see the stats. Who do you think has it between the Wolves and the Aces? Leave it into the comment section, into the live chat. And doing so, we'll get to see. The Rain are quite bad. And the thing is, the 2 players they have are actually amazing. What they need is depth. And they've had one of the hardest starts to the schedule. And the Aces take on the Wolves. The game should be quite tight right there. Wolves taking on Mr. Pibb's new reign in Las Vegas for the Wolves. He does need to pass by Pez's Las Vegas Aces. Say, let's do something real quick here. Choose sides. We're gonna hop on over here. Wait, no, we're gonna check both sides to make sure we have real players into the game already. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll foul out. Yeah, the GOAT Pierce fouled out. So I guess we're stuck with Devin Harris. I guess. So, we saw that lineup. How is the Aces lineup so far into the game? Oubre. I don't know why they don't have James Handle in. Yes. Subs will be done next. Cole Cooper on the ball. Gets it out to PJ Wilkins. I don't know what that was. That struggle. Does that have to do with the sliders? No, we're good. Okay. West over to Oubre. Manute Oubre currently taking it out. What's he gonna do? Ronald Smith in the corner. He misses. Okay, I guess that's just difficulty, I guess, because they're, if you look right there, CPU. I'm sorry about that, guys. Anyway, Cole Cooper currently taking it up. I did look. Come on, man. Anyway, Faraz over there to Cooper. Cooper in the corner. Cooper cuts inside to Ulysses Faraz. Faraz pulls. That might be like the only highlight of this damn stream, sadly. But I'm sorry. I'm just not feeling it right now so much today. I apologize. Just not feeling that well. Yeah, next stream should be a lot better. Should adjust some tendencies, adjust some things for some players, and we should be fine. Dante West. It's out to Manute Oubre. Oubre to Smith. Smith to the corner to Ilyasova. Ilyasova drives and instead he chooses to out Smith. Smith to Oubre. Oubre on the ball. Out to Ilyasova. Ilyasova couldn't pull it. Instead he gets it into West. West is actual trash. I don't know why they're passing it to him. But it is PJ Wilkins on the break. PJ Wilkins with his nice little throw on the ball at the moment is being marked by Ilyasova. Ilyasova covering Cooper. Cooper passes it out to, I don't know who that is. They get it to Devin Harris. Back out to Devin Harris. I don't know why he's pulling it from three. He's actual, but and like I said, I need to adjust some of the tendencies so this type of stuff doesn't happen. But it is Manute Oubre. He draws the foul. It is Devin Harris. And it's Manute Oubre at the line. He hits the first one. No changes. This is a very tight game, except for that one. Julius Handle comes in. It is a tight game. Manute Oubre, once the worst player in his class, is actually doing quite well for that type of ranking at the start of his basketball career. Like I said, I'm going to go in and adjust tendencies for who should, who shouldn't, activity, etc., etc., etc. But I just apologize for that aspect, guys. Just kind of wondering, why is Devin Harris driving? Devin Harris, oh my God. That might lose the game for the Wolves, just that play right there. Ronald Smith at the moment. Ilyasova, what a horrible play. Manute was standing out of bounds when he had the ball played to him. And oh, Devin Harris, you're a butt. Stop thinking you can take these guys on. You really can't. But then you do that, whatever. You really can't do that. And these are just their tendencies, because they shouldn't be able to do that. Whatever. This stream's coming to a close. I'm sorry, I'm just really not into it today. But was that an and one shot from Manute Oubre? He hits this free throw, and he's just carried the Aces in one way or another to this win. Why are they handing it to Devin Harris? Pass the ball to someone else. Sorry, I'm just annoyed with that. I really am. Can't shoot free throws either. It does give the Wolves a 1-point lead. Jim Swanson does give it to Ilyasova. Ilyasova pulls it, and he nails it. Ersan Ilyasova, his dad, Mr. Pibb, owns the opposing team, and he might get a lot of stick from that. Ersan Jr. does get it to go, and that, my friends, might just wrap it up. Ersan with a very solid make there. You can see that he's quite happy. Again with Devin Harris. Again with Devin Harris. Again with Devin Harris. Devin Harris. Devin Harris. Doesn't matter. Ronald Smith drives in, nails the layup, does get the steal, takes it coast to coast. It's a 3-point game. And guys, how much do you want to bet that you're going to get it into Devin Harris for the next play? Oh no. They're going to get it into Devin Harris. Oh Lord. It's not going to end well for them. Oh. Whatever. Bert Schmo on the ball. He used to pass it in. No one's making a cut. Nothing. They get it in to Cole. Cole gets it to Bert Schmo. Bert Schmo. Good finish from Bert Schmo. Manute Oubre has had a solid game so far. Currently taking on Cole. Takes it. And one. No. He did drive in though very nicely. He took the contact from Cole Cooper and it just slid out. It does seem like a bit of a frustrating play there. But hey, it's okay. Manute Oubre with a solid game. If he hits both of these, he might have just iced it. He hits the first. Could he hit the second? He does just that. Makes it another 3-point game. And guys, how much do you want to bet that Devin Harris is going to carry his team to the win? I'm just kidding. Devin Harris is a 40 rated player right now. Oh my. They keep getting it in to Oh, they're gonna get into Devin Harris, aren't they? Oh no, they're getting into Cole. Out to Cole. James Handel's on the ball. Gets it out to Manute Oubre. Manute Oubre goes in. He drives. He gets fouled again. His draw foul is insane right now. Although, was that a clean block? I think that was a clean block. Cole Cooper got robbed by the officials. But hey, 2 more free throws and Manute Oubre probably just won his team the game. They have no more timeouts. Well, they just called their last timeout. 23 seconds left. 5 points. And guys, how much do you want to, after we see these fine ass chicks, like shout out to 2K, rank some fine chicks, whatever. Anyway, how much do you guys want to bet that Devin Harris is going to be left open for 3? Oh wow. Who called it? Me. Why y'all feeding Devin Harris? He's so bad and y'all just keep getting it to him. The Wolves are gonna lose just because of Devin Harris. Oh my. Oh my. Manute Oubre has been killing it. Just pull it from 3. Better for you to take it than for Devin Harris. Oh no, they get it out to Ulysses Ferraz. See, he can make a 3. Why didn't you just pass it to him from the beginning? No, they gotta trust Devin Harris. Foul out there, Harris, please. You're ruining my league. I cry. Nah, just kidding, I'm good. But, oh my gosh. Anyway, they put Dorian. They don't want to win, do they? They took out their whole team. Their whole team. Except for their center. Whatever, Aces win the game. And it was pretty frustrating. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. What up, Pa? Oh, I didn't turn off the. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the screaming into the mic thing. I thought I'd turned off the mic. I'm sorry. Here's the stats for the game. As you guys, I don't know why Cole Cooper kind of choked, but Devin Harris, you're gonna make me want to pull my hair out. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh, 320 plus scores for the Aces. I like that. I like that. That's good. Devin Harris, you're going to make me want to die. I am triggered. Oh, whatever. Wait, you fouled out? Who are you again? Let's take a look at that game. Who was the game? East Wolves. Oh yeah, you were Diego Pierce. Yeah, that's the only one I found out, so I guess, yeah. You are Diego Pierce. If Diego Pierce was in, that game would have been a lot different. No, you don't know. Devin Harris is apparently the GOAT. Hey, another Cyclones game. After this day, I'm just going to do a huge sim. I don't care. Mr. Pipples take on the Rough Riders. How will that go? If it's tight, I'll jump in. That's always been my rule. Not tight enough for my liking. Aaron Davis with another great game. Joey Bonadonna, my bad. Another double-double. Davis Carlton, more efficient shooting, but needs to shoot a bit more if he wants to make it to that next level. Dak King Jr. doing what he does always. Raiders landing Sweezy with a solid night, though. Still, Rough Riders pull out with the win and continue their 4-0 start to the season. Now, can the Cyclones continue their undefeated start to the season? No, they're losing so far. But, well, this game's kind of tight. And right when I say that the Cyclones were on a scoring rush and absolutely killed them in the fourth quarter, closing out the game, Kevon Mitchell with another night. Holsnack Griffin needs to step it up. Holsnack Griffin needs to step it up. But still, Kevon Mitchell does his best. But this team does quite well. It is Jason Quintero that's kind of struggling in this new team, getting a solid stat line all around. But it is Jason Marbury kind of Marbury's struggling quite a lot. Any more games for today? We are finishing it off with the Pakistani Kings heading to Beverly Hills. Take on the Beverly Hills Ice. And this game almost went to the wire, but it didn't. Andrew Swanson with a great double-double, same with Tim Frazier. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a triple-double. Caden Walker needing to step up and scoring a little. How was he averaging so far? So 21 points, 60 rebounds. That's very good. And 50% field goal percentage. Gosh darn. It's 3-point percentage. That's garbage, so. Whatever. It's fine. Austin Coulter with this great night, but other than that, his team just kind of choked. Nothing they could really do. And they lose. So we're going to do a sim. You know what? I always do a sim. It's tradition. We're going to sim until the end of November. And so we can start off December. You can see over there the playoff picture for the Western Conference. My bad. And we can take a look. So you can see Finley and the X Factors both undefeated so far this season. Everyone else taking L's, but Finley finally took their first loss. They took another loss too, and the Wolves are absolutely climbing, but the X Factors remain undefeated. The X Factors are probably the team to beat so far this season, and there's nothing you can really say who can beat them so far. Who knows? And they're just playing very well. Oh wow! So anyway, for the playoff picture, who is missing the playoffs? Let's take a look here to the standings. Which are the two teams missing the playoffs? So the San Jose Barracudas and the Seattle Reign are both the teams that are missing the playoffs so far this season. But it is quite tight here at the bottom. But the X Factors absolutely killing it so far. The X Factors. Ooh my. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And moving on to the next team there. The Cyclones and the Providence Fire both have the same win-to-loss ratio. The Fire having a great start. Remember, last season they started off just as good, and they just choked it all the way, and ended up losing the first round of the playoffs. Palms are the 3rd seed, Tigers are the 4th seed, Pitbulls are the 5th seed, Rough Riders are the 6th seed, the Cardinals are the 7th seed, and it's the Yeagles. No, Yeagles is the 8th seed. Wait, yeah, Yeagles is the 8th seed, and the Pythons and Mountaineers both missing out so far on postseason basketball. That is quite insane at the moment. The X Factors are the best team. Oh wow, like that's crazy. Woo! Okay, so here are the top 8 players, scoring wise, rebound wise, everything in the league, and Khalil Ashcroft is a one-man wrecking ball. No one on his team, and he's killing the league for rebounds and points. In assists, still no one's ever able to average triple-double so far in NYL, but Kevin Applebaum is the closest to doing so. The steals leader, it's also Khalil Ashcroft. Oh my. And the block leaders, Khalil Ashcroft. Wow. Turnover leader in the league, though, it is Henry Trout. And who's the best field goal percentage? Justin Bling with the best field goal percentage, followed by Bruno Pez. Who are playing great. So everyone can see their stats. We're going to go here to player stats. So here it is. Oof. Crazy, crazy rebounding numbers there for Laquan James having a solid season. Henry Chernow having a crazy year. Very solid season here as well for the Providence Fire. Crazy double-double as well for Hunter Chamberlain. Khalil Ashcroft on a one-man wrecking ball team is putting in a shift. He's putting like 7 shifts and a half. Crazy. Ohio Fresh. This team full of freshmen. All the freshmen are producing quite well. Nothing to really complain about. They need a facilitator though. And Mr. Stepson Wing is finally hitting 30 points per game this season. And well, you can just see the rest of the stats there for that team. Right here again, it's Aldridge Hill, Ray DeLuca doing great. JC Quintero being not that bad of a signing. Eastbrook and Marbury both having solid seasons. Same with Chris Brown and State Puff having good years. Well. And this team, of course, is just all-around stats. It's all-around stats all the way around. And either way, if you look at this page compared to this page, the Cyclones are doing much better statistically. But they don't have anyone else. And these guys, everyone on the team's averaging at least 9 points. And they have more players. So that's actually insane how good this team is. Oh, God. And over here, Griffin Mitchell left and exploded. Him and Captain Smooth both doing great on their new teams. Both seniors trying to raise their stock for the brand new NY for the next season's NCAA season. PJ Wilkins doing amazing this season as well. And is Cole Cooper having a solid year? Not the best year, but it's getting there. The Barracudas are struggling. They need a star. They lost their star in Andre Swanson, and they basically are in dire need of a new one. But the San Diego Storms, who would have guessed it that it would have been Jacoby Burns, the best player on this team. He's absolutely killing it as well this season. Jamal James having a great year. Johnny Test having a very solid year as well. Basically, this whole team is having a very shocking year. Stevenson, best player supposedly coming in. He's performing the worst scoring-wise, but he's doing great rebound-wise. Defensively, he's doing a lot too. Luis Martino on a two-way contract is averaging those points on his team. Okay. And then Mason Smooth is having a crazy year as well, same with Kyrie Ball. But you can see these two guys are doing all they can, and their team just won't deliver for them. I mean, they won't. And that's just paying for them, the aces, to have two amazing scorers at the power forward and center position in James Handel and James Swanson. And it is Manute Oubre having a great year so far. But other than that, Ronald Smith, after having his all-star season last year as his second man to Mondong, he couldn't handle being the #1 guy, and he's been choked so far this year. And it's a shame, really. Meanwhile, the Pawns, it is Slim Remy exploding. Big Al doing okay. He's not doing great. He's doing okay. Cam Lyons dropping off so far this season. It's a shame, too, for him. Dwight Westbrook having a crazy year. Same with Billy Cook, both averaging almost 20 rebounds per game. I thought they had the best pitch Italian, okay? Like, don't judge me. Could make your team ass in like 3 seconds or whatever. Anyway, Dakin Jr. having another monster season. Oh, my. Having another monster season. And it is Ruben Smooth and Landon Sweezy both delivering well so far. And, of course, even though he was a #1 prospect and is having a great season, he's not the top scorer on his team. Aaron Davis take a bow on almost 34 points per game in your first season in NYL, having an absolute year. Holsnack Griffin, though, is struggling on the scoring and rebounding. He's actually doing quite well. Defensively, he's doing quite well. But scoring-wise, he needs to pick it up if he ever plans to potentially become that next amazing power forward in the league. It is Jordan Burke having a solid year. Kevon Mitchell being great. But it is Marquise McDowell having a monster season. The Beverly Hills Ice, baby. Sorry. The best player on the team supposedly coming in was going to be either Andre Swanson and Tim Frazier. And Andre Swanson just like, this is my team now. He left San Jose Barracudas and still on a team that he's basically the best player on. He's delivering, and that is good. So that's all the stats that I was able to show you guys. Season awards, player of the weeks. Khalil Ashcroft has 3. Laquan James has 2. And I just wanted to show that to you. Player of the month. They haven't announced player of the month in November or the rookie of the month, so I'll get that to you as soon as possible. If anything, I already took those screenshots and everything, but we're gonna sim to here so we can get that player, not only another player of the week. Yeah. Sorry about that. Oh my god. I just wanted to sim there to a certain point and everything so we can any changes into the playoff window. Oh my god. The Cyclones absolutely violate these guys' human rights, civil liberties, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, that's it. Did we get any player of the months? Oh, this is a all-star game voting, even though I'm gonna pick the all-stars. Here they are for the Western Conference. Backcourt and front court. Here there's the front court options. Laquan James just seems to be a crowd favorite. And for backcourt in the Eastern Conference, it's Zach King leading the way. And Khalil Ashcroft. Whew. That guy is giving me chills right now with the amount of points and rebounds he's having so far this year. Player of the month, of course, it's Khalil. I mean, look at it. They're having great seasons. Their team isn't, but they are. So they're the player of the month and rookie of the month. I mean, they're the same award basically because everyone's supposed to do 0 years and stuff. Whatever. NBA records. Did anyone to break any records? I'm just curious. Did anyone break a record? Lord Jesus. Oh my Lord. Yeah, this stream's probably ending like right here, but oh my God. Oh God. Khalil Ashcroft is amazing. Oh my. Whatever. I don't know how to feel. So I believe like almost all the top scorers for each team, shockingly, not there. No one on these teams have been able to do that much. Khalil Ashcroft actually killing me right now. No one there. Anyone here? No one there. No one there. No one there. To go Pierce. Jacoby Burns having 2 games there. That could be good for his team. Anyone else? No for the rain. Hey, it's just bullshit, no big deal. No big deal, guys. It's okay. Yeah, no one seems getting that was. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm really tired, as you guys could obviously tell, and that is it. That is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for being on the stream. Very much appreciated. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll of course keep you guys updated with any more stream updates or anything. I'll be improving some players. Maybe a stream tomorrow, maybe not. Who knows? Thank you guys so much for hopping on. Very much appreciated. For the people who watch this video in the future, warning: there is an ear rape. I'll try to put that into the description and we'll post it when I put it on Instagram. But thank you guys so much for being on. I appreciate it a lot. Really helps us if you subscribe. Really